Welcome to FX Options University, recorded live at the International Securities Exchange, the world's largest equity options exchange. Join the industry's top trading professionals as they provide insight and strategies for trading in the currency markets using FX options. FX options are a low-risk alternative to hedging currency moves in any market condition.
Hey, you want to go ahead, Shawn, and just put a couple last comments there?
I was just about to respond to a couple of the thank yous that we're getting from Todd, Philip, and Helen, but thanks, folks. Keep an eye. One of the things that we're good friends with Steve, and one of the things that he's always looking to do is bring as much curriculum as he possibly can available to all of the attendees. So, let the ICE know how much you appreciate the kind of content that Steve's bringing forward here. But also, Steve, if you want to talk about the OIC, since we're all going to be together in Chicago, maybe some folks might want to come in and come to that free event where we're going to have some more time to dive deeper into topics since it's an all-day session. And also, for those of you that are interested in following Rick and I, we're about to launch our website, just working through a few more things from a graphics point of view, but we're going to be available at promarketadvisors.com. If you wish to reach either Rick or myself, it's just Shawn, S-H-A-W-N, at promarketadvisors.com, or Rick at promarketadvisors.com. And what we do is education, so we'd love to educate you if that's what you're looking for. Steve, I think we're over time, so I'll pass it back to you for the final comments.
Great. Just have one question, guys. Do you think that your website will be ready sometime in the next couple of weeks or something? Is it going to be ready in the next couple of days?
Couple of days.
I'm really looking forward to it.
Looking like Sunday. We've got about a 48-hour time in which they reboot all the servers, so looking like Sunday, possibly Monday, but knock on wood, Sunday.
All right, great. So the next time you're back, you guys will have a very vibrant website, I'm sure.
Indeed.
That's awesome, right. Awesome. And yes, just a reminder that Rick and Shawn have spent a lot of time with the Options Industry Council this year. They will be back again next year. So not only is it Chicago this weekend, it's Schaumburg, Illinois, really, but they will be in other cities. OIC is actually developing the curriculum and the cities as we speak, or as I speak. But please go to optionseducation.org to learn more about the different events. They're always free, and as Rick and Shawn mentioned, you can catch them there where they'll, I think, you guys have 2 breakouts, correct?
Usually we do, yes.
So they have 2 breakouts, so you'll really enjoy those presentations. Go to optionseducation.org. Also, Pro Market Advisors next week or Sunday night, Monday. Continue to go back, bookmark promarketadvisors.com, and you can learn more about Rick and Shawn's services. Guys, thank you so much.
Thank you, Steve.
Thanks, Steve. Thanks, everyone.
Really appreciate it. Just want to remind everyone that we have a lot of webinars coming up, and I just want to show you all some skew charts. We spent a lot of time on these skew charts, and they really offer a lot of options information. So here I cut and paste the Canadian dollar, and if you notice, if you look at all those little dots, the lines there, which you're really, and you're probably thinking to yourself, that looks like a smile to me. Well, you know what? You're right. That's what they call the option smile, and if you're interested in learning more about it, I'd urge you, just type in option smile, or you can go to the FX Options website. I wrote an article called Trading With or Against the Skew, and there's a lot to be learned from this information. In this case, we have a symmetrical view on the market, that the market might be, at least the option traders believe that it's just as likely for the Canadian dollar to be volatile in an upward fashion or in a downward fashion. Let me go through these really quickly. EUU. We're seeing this sort of downward slope, and if you've ever looked at options, you'll notice that that's option skew. This is exactly how SPY will trade, meaning that if the market breaks lower, that things will become more volatile. So you'll notice that Euro is exactly like the SPY. Now, I shouldn't say exactly, but the formation is the slope of the line is very similar. So you might see that as the markets move, let's say as viewed by SPY, you might see the EUU move in a similar, not always, but the correlation might be somewhat close. Of course, that's going to vary each and every period of time. So looking at the end, this is interesting. You see a downward slope, but we do see a little bit of a smile, I guess you call it a smirk, And there is just the idea that as the markets, as the dollar weakens, it might do so in a very volatile fashion. At least that's the way it was priced today at 81.70, and that is, again, U.S. dollar, Japanese yen. And here, looking at the Australian dollar, you'll notice that the AUM, which is the Australian dollar over the U.S. dollar, that's going to look a lot like SPY as far as the way the volatility acts. So as the market moves lower, you'll normally see volatility pick up, and you see that just by the red and the yellow, whatever, the light blue, dark blue lines. Those are different months, different strike prices. And you can get all this information free at fxoptions.com. Click on the skew charts, and you'll be able to get that. And here's the Swiss franc. If you look at the yellow, which is the December month, you'll see that it's a smile. In fact, a lot of the months are in a smile, which is very interesting. It says that the market is just as likely to be volatile in an upward fashion as a downward fashion, and that's SC. And lastly, I think this is the last one, the British pound is going to be a lot like the euro, and we have that downward slope, which means it'll look a lot like SPY. And here are the events. So again, I want to congratulate Rick and Shawn. They did a great job in talking about trends and channels, choosing the right indicator, and they'll be back in 2011. We haven't yet formulated the schedule, but that's coming very soon. Next week, though, we have Jack Crook. So if you're interested in the fundamental analysis, Jack's really the expert there, and he'll be talking about the next currency move, what's going on with the dollar. Jack's been looking for those who've been following, a little bit of a dollar strength. So today might be the first day of a trend, and maybe it's not. But please join us next Tuesday, where Jack will be talking about his views, and he always brings some interesting statistics. So please join us at 4:30. Then Nicole Wachs will be with us from Trade King, and then Tony Hansen, another crowd favorite. Well, they're all crowd favorites. It really just depends on where your area of expertise lies or what you're looking to learn. Tony is really more of a technician. Nicole is she's the director of education at Trade King, and she'll be talking about options, and she really understands options theory. So if you want to learn more about options theory, you can come to that one. Jack Crooks definitely understands the fundamentals of the market, among many other things. I want to thank Pro Market Advisors, Rick Swope, Shawn Howell. They did a great job. I want to thank all of you, the attendees. You did a great job. I should say you asked some great questions, and we had a nice big crowd. So thank you very much for participating. Please come back real soon, hopefully next week with Jack Crooks. On the behalf of the International Securities Exchange, this is Steve Meisinger wishing you a safe and happy trading day tomorrow. Looking forward to you coming back next Tuesday with Jack Crooks. Thank you very much. Have a great evening. Bye now.
Thank you for participating in this week's session. Please join us again next week. Get trading ideas, exchange rates, webinars, news, and commentary. Visit www.fxoptions.com. ISE FX options can be easily traded through all options-enabled brokerage accounts. These exchange-listed securities are cash-settled in U.S. dollars and have a European-style exercise.